Good evening, Chairman, members of the council. My name is Paul Edwards. I live at 717 Shuttle Meadow Avenue here in New Britain. I want to point out to the council in more detail what I brought to your attention earlier. It wasn't until tonight, for the very first time during this meeting, that Corporation Counsel provided some legal basis for the proposed censure, the censure that you illegally passed tonight. She cited to you Robert's Rules of Order, section 6115, that she says you can censure somebody without a trial. Of course, that's what it says, but it is on a section that specifically deals with conduct that takes place at a meeting. There is a different section for disciplinary proceedings before this body for conduct that takes place outside of the meeting. And that is in section 6122. And it specifically requires an investigation, specific charges, and a trial. And you guys did none of that. And had you allowed me to speak tonight, I could have told you that and saved you all the embarrassment of doing something completely illegal and without basis in law. I'm very embarrassed as a citizen of the city to have watched what took place. I had knowledge. Quite frankly, I think I'm more expert than Corporation Counsel. They can't even read Robert's rules correctly. And I was shut down, and you were deprived that knowledge before you gave that vote. This is not good. This is a very, very poor reflection on our city of a lawless Common Council. And let's not forget, you were all asked and forced to make that vote tonight with the threat of removal and having a trial hanging over all of our heads and Alderman Smedley's head tomorrow. That's outrageous. It was putting you all under duress, stress, and undue pressure to vote for censure so that you could hope, by doing so, tomorrow night's removal hearing would not take place. And speaking of that removal hearing, that is supposed to be a trial. That is supposed to have the presentation of evidence. I have the right to cross-examine people on behalf of Alderman Smedley. I have demanded evidence that the city has in its possession to give to me so I can prepare for that trial, and I've received none of it. And people were here talking about due process. What a joke.
That's all the names I have on the list. Anybody else wish to speak to the council? Anybody else? Saying none? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody calling in line? Hearing no additional speakers who wish to be heard, this concludes public participation in the regular meeting at 7:59. The regular meeting will begin shortly.
Members, please go to your seats. Okay. I call to order the March 11th, 2026 regular meeting of the Common Council. The time is now 8:05 p.m. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll? The roll.
Yes, Your Honor. Alderman McNamara.
Yeah, here.
Alderwoman Scott.
Here.
Alderman Simpson.
Present.
Alderman Smedley. Thank you. Alderman Malinowski. Alderman Gibson. Alderwoman Delarnia. Alderman Santiago.
Present.
Alderwoman Barbosa. Alderwoman Vargas. Alderwoman Maldonado. Alderman Centeno.
Present.
Alderwoman Ortiz Luna.
Here.
Alderman Borrero. Present. 13 present, Your Honor. 1 excused.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk, for the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Let us pause for a moment of reflection. Lord, we thank you for the city of New Britain, its history, its resilience, and the people who call it home. We are grateful for the opportunity to gather today as neighbors, leaders, and servants of this community. We ask for wisdom of our leaders and that the vision that will be shared tonight be guided by integrity, compassion, and a deep commitment to the common good. Grant clarity in decision-making, courage in times of challenge, and humility in service. During this month of March, we recognize Women's History Month. We honor the countless women whose leadership, courage, and contributions have shaped our community. And we also observe National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. May we renew our commitment to building a city where every person is valued, included, and given the opportunity to thrive. And as the snow begins to melt and the season begins to shift towards spring, may it remind us of the hope and promise of growth in the months ahead. Bless the residents of the city, the families, workers, students, elders, and entrepreneurs who shape the life and future of New Britain each day. May we all continue to build a city rooted in opportunity, unity, and respect for one another. Amen.
I want to call on Alderwoman Barbosa for a point of personal privilege.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good evening. I rise tonight on a point of personal privilege to recognize National Girl Scout Day. National Girl Scout Day is celebrated each year on March 12th. This day marks the founding of the Girl Scouts of the USA in 1912 by Juliette Gordon Low, who believed strongly in creating opportunities for girls to develop leadership, confidence, and a sense of service to others. For more than a century, the Girl Scouts organization has helped shape generations of young women by teaching skills that extend far beyond childhood. Through badge work, community service, outdoor activities, and entrepreneurship, Girl Scouts learn the values of teamwork, responsibility, resilience, and civic engagement. Programs like the Girl Scout Cookie Program are often a young girl's first experience with financial literacy, goal setting, marketing, and customer service. At the same time, troop activities encourage girls to explore science, technology, environmental stewardship, and community leadership. Equally important are the troop leaders, volunteers, and families who guide these young women. Their commitment helps create safe and empowering spaces where girls can discover their strength, find their voices, and grow into leaders who make meaningful contributions to their communities. Across our country and here in our community, Girl Scouts continue to lead service projects, support local initiatives, and demonstrate the importance of giving back. Their work reminds us that leadership begins at a young age when we invest in the potential of our youth. So tonight, I would like to recognize and thank all of the Girl Scouts, past and present, along with the volunteers and families who support them. Your dedication to building strong, confident, and compassionate young leaders truly makes a difference. Please join me in celebrating National Girl Scout Day and the lasting impact the Girl Scouts continue to have in communities across the nation. Tonight, I would like to call up Troop 10700.
You can bring them up to the front.
Come up, come up. Come on, let's go take a picture.
See ya. Nice seeing you. Take care.
Oh, cookies gonna sell? Support New Britain, Girl Scouts. Everybody say amen.
Amen. Pastor Brown, I want 2 packages of the Thin Mints.
You got anybody else?
I'm a troop leader, so I got you.
McNamara too. What kind you want?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Same here.
I'll take 2 Samoans, coconut.
Samoa's Francisco. Got it?
I got the council. I got the council.
We kicking Nintendo.
2. Come on. Come on.
Huh? Samoa's.
Out of order.
All right.
2, whatever she said you want.
Pastor, I got him. I got him. I got
You
the
got
troop.
him?
I got
Okay,
the council.
All right, that's it.
I'm the troop leader.
And by the way,
Saturday at 11 a.m. at 52 Main Street.
by the way, you guys continue to do a great job as you always do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bless you.
Okay, back to the meeting. Now we'd like to address the state of the city address, City of New Britain. So, good evening. I want to begin by thanking the members of the Common Council, our state legislative delegation, city employees, community leaders, and the residents of New Britain who make the city such a strong and vibrant community. Tonight is an opportunity to reflect honestly on where we are as a city, the challenges we have faced, the progress we have made, and the path forward that we must build together. Let me begin with a simple truth about New Britain. This is a city that endures, but endurance alone cannot be our standard. The truth is that the challenges we face today are not simple. The result of difficult weather, a cyber attack, a shifting of federal policies. Many of the challenges confronting our city today are the result of years of complacency that allowed serious operational weaknesses to take root within City Hall. Far too long, oversight was inconsistent, critical positions were left unfilled, and clear policies and procedures were either outdated or absent entirely. Short-sighted decisions and a lack of long-term planning have left parts of our city government exposed to real risk. We saw a clear example of that vulnerability in the recent cyber attack on our city systems. While cities across the country faced these same threats, the reality is that outdated systems and insufficient safeguards made New Britain more vulnerable than it should have been. More broadly, the risks facing our city extend beyond technology. An understaffed public safety operation strains the men and women who work every day to keep our community safe, but we must look introspectively at what has caused those staffing difficulties. Aging infrastructure across our city requires attention and investment. And far too long, key leadership positions were left vacant or filled without the qualifications necessary to properly manage those departments, weakening the oversight and accountability that an effective government requires. Taken together, these conditions have allowed New Britain to fall behind where we should be as a city. And that is not acceptable, because complacency in government does not simply create administrative problems, it puts residents at risk. It affects the safety of our neighborhoods, it affects the reliability of our infrastructure, and it affects the public trust that our residents place in their government. That is why from the very first day of this administration, we began to work building the systems, leadership, and accountability that a strong city government requires. As part of the broader review, concerns were identified involving prior fiscal misconduct within city operations. When those concerns came to light, I immediately ordered the launch of an independent investigation to determine exactly what occurred and to ensure that the accountability follows the facts. We are committed to following the facts regardless of where they lead and who they involve. What has already been uncovered raises serious concerns about the past oversight and the culture that allowed certain practices to take hold within City Hall. That investigation is ongoing. I expect that additional information will come to light in the weeks and months ahead. Transparency and accountability are not optional in government. They are the foundation of public trust, and restoring that trust is one of the central responsibilities of this administration. I also want to thank many brave city employees who have assisted with this process. Looking inward is never easy, but the professionalism and cooperation of our workforce has been essential as we work to strengthen the operations of city government. As we move forward, we must also be honest about the financial challenges facing our city. Over the past decade, New Britain's debt has increased by tens of millions of dollars. At the same time, long-term tax breaks have shifted a greater share of the burden onto our residents and small businesses, while providing significant benefit to a limited number of out-of-town entities. Like many municipalities, New Britain is also experiencing rising operational costs that continue to place pressure on our budget. And beyond our local challenges, long-standing structural issues combined with possibility of reductions in federal support are creating additional uncertainty for cities across the country. That is why our administration is conducting a careful and disciplined review of spending as we prepare the upcoming budget. We are identifying potential cost savings, evaluating priorities, and making sure that every dollar spent reflects the needs and values of our community. The truth is that the decisions ahead will not always be easy, but they will be made responsibly, transparently, and with the long-term stability of our city in mind. I look forward to working with members of the Common Council to ensure that we meet these challenges together and continue moving New Britain forward. One of the most important responsibilities we share as a city is to ensuring that our children receive the education they deserve. Over the past several months, we have had constructive discussions with the Board of Education about the challenges facing our schools and resources required to address them. Education is the foundation of our city's future. Investing our students means investing the next generation of New Britain. At the same time, any increase in resources must be paired with strong accountability and responsible management. Our goal must be to ensure that every investment in education directly benefits students, strengthens our schools, and prepares our young people for success. We will continue working closely with our legislative delegation and with the governor to ensure the resources necessary to support the unique needs of our community. Tonight, I am also proud to highlight progress on one of the most significant infrastructure challenges our city has faced. For decades, residents on Allen Street have endured repeated flooding that has disrupted their homes and their lives. Addressing this issue has been a priority for my administration from the very first day we took office. I am pleased to say that we now have a clear path forward to secure the millions in funding necessary to move the Allen Street Flood Control Project ahead. But taking a new approach and exploring funding strategies that had been pursued before, this administration has been able to break through the challenge and has stalled this project for years. This project represents a long overdue commitment to the residents who have waited far too long for action. And it reflects something larger, a commitment to investing in the infrastructure that strengthens neighborhoods across our city. Whether it is improving roads and traffic safety, investing in parks and public spaces, or addressing longstanding infrastructure challenges, our administration is focused on building a stronger foundation for New Britain's future. Public safety remains one of the most fundamental responsibilities of local government. Over the past several months, we have been advancing initiatives designed to make our streets and neighborhoods safer for everyone. That means putting more officers where they belong, out in our neighborhoods, not behind desks or sitting in cruisers, and renewing our commitment to the community policing model that builds trust, visibility, and real partnership between officers and the residents they serve. We are also moving forward with the implementation of red light and speed enforcement cameras to reduce dangerous driving and prevent accidents, allowing our officers to focus on the work they do best, protecting our neighborhoods and engaging with our community. We are installing speed control devices, including speed bumps in our parks, to ensure that families and children can enjoy these spaces safely. Every resident deserves to feel safe in their neighborhood, and this administration will continue toward that goal every day. Another challenge facing communities across the country is homelessness. This winter, our administration worked closely with community partners to increase the number of available shelter beds and extend the operation of warming centers during the coldest months of the year. These steps were necessary to ensure that vulnerable residents were not left without shelter during dangerous conditions. But addressing homelessness requires more than temporary solutions. We are continuing to work directly with community service providers and local organizations to build a coordinated response that provides support, stability, and pathways toward permanent housing. Our long-term goal is clear: a future where homelessness in New Britain is rare, brief, and non-recurring, where individuals receive the help they need while ensuring that our downtown and business districts remain safe, welcoming, and vibrant. From the beginning of this administration, I made a commitment that City Hall would be more accessible, more present, and more connected to the residents we serve. That is why we have launched listening tours throughout the city, attended community meetings and neighborhood events, and created new opportunities for residents and businesses to engage directly with their government. This effort is not about self-promotion. It is about partnership. Government works best when it listens, when it responds, and when it reflects the voices of the people it serves. No matter what neighborhood you live in, you will see this administration present, engaged, and committed to making a difference. The work of governing is never simple. There will always be challenges, difficult decisions, and moments that test our resolve. But I believe deeply in this city. I believe in the resilience of its people, and I believe in the future we are building together. If we continue to work with honesty, accountability, and with shared commitment to our community, there is no challenge we cannot overcome. The state of our city is resilient, the state of our city is determined, and the state of our city is ready to do the hard work ahead. Thank you, and may God bless the city of New Britain. Thank you. Alderman Santiago, any minutes?
No minutes, Your Honor.
Alderman Santiago for any amendments?
No amendments, Your Honor.
Madam Clerk, any petitions?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, we have 6 petitions. Petition number 1, Alderman Santiago for the appropriate department to conduct a traffic study at the intersection of Slater Road, Farmington Valley, and Alexander Road.
Referred to the Board of Police Commissioners.
Petition number 2, Alderman Santiago for traffic study and possible parking restriction on Scarlet Drive, Howe Road to Malinowski Circle.
Referred to the Board of Police Commissioners.
Petition number 3, Alderman Santiago for traffic study and possible parking restriction on Elam Street, 3 Elam Street through 78 Elam Street.
Referred that to the Board of Police Commissioners.
Petition number 4, Alderman Smedley, Delernia, Malinowski, and Gibson to request that the Common Council require the council office or clerk of Common Council or a person representing as the Common Council clerk provide procedures and practices for regarding the distribution process for petitions.
Referred to the Common Council office.
Petition number 5, Alderwoman Scott to request for designation of a handicap accessible parking space at Blaze Barber Shop located at 631 West Main Street.
Referred to the Board of Police Commissioners.
Petition number 6, Alderwoman Scott to request a traffic study near 150 Columbus Boulevard in front of Price Right Plaza.
Referred to the Board of Police Commissioners.
Okay,
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
thank you.
Alderman Santiago for the consent agenda.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept consent agenda of item B, C, and D.
Second by Alderman Simpson. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Alderman McNamara,
Yes.
Alderwoman Scott,
Yes.
Alderman Simpson,
Yes.
Alderman Smedley, Alderman Malinowski, Alderman Gibson, Alderwoman Delernia, Alderman Santiago,
Yes?
Alderwoman Barbosa,
Yes.
Alderwoman Vargas, Alderwoman Maldonado, Alderman Centeno, Alderwoman Ortiz Luna, Alderman Barrero. 13 yes, nay, yes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Alderman Santiago for item A.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item A.
Second.
Second by Alderwoman Barbosa.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you, Chair? Do you, Your Honor? Can CEO confirm for the CEO step? CEO, COO.
Good evening.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can the CEO confirm the council was normal schedule for council stipend payments?
Yes, the council stipends are paid quarterly in September, December, March, and June.
Okay, thank you. Those are stipend payments processed through the city normal payroll system, is that correct?
Yes.
Can the CEO confirm whether the city of New Britain allows paid advancements for employees or elected officials?
It does not.
They do not. The administration responded, indicated that a stipend payment totaling $2,625 was issued in November of 2018. Is that correct? 2018, I'm sorry.
2018, yeah, that's correct.
The payment was issued outside a normal quarterly stipend schedule, correct?
Yes.
Based on that information provided, that payment presented stipend amounts issued 1 month in advance, 4 months in advance, and 7 months in advance. Can the CEO confirm that those payments were issued prior to the normal payroll cycle in which these would have otherwise been paid?
Yes.
Normally, when a payment is issued through the payroll system, there's an internal control in place, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And in the ordinary course of business, payroll staffs do not issue payments months in advance of a scheduled payroll cycle, correct?
Yes.
And what's the reason for that?
I do not know. I have to take a look into that.
So we do currently know who authorized that payments to be issued in advance?
I do not.
Do we know what policy authority allows that payments to be issued months in advance of a scheduled payroll cycle?
Again, I would have to check with, I would have to see how it was paid and who authorized it and look into all of that.
Do we agree that with a payment occurring outside of a normal payroll policy, it is appropriate to review how and why that was done?
Yes.
Would you always agree that ensuring proper financial control and oversight is important for maintaining public confidence?
Yes.
Would referring the matter to corporate counsel for legal review be appropriate steps to ensure that the facts are fully?
Yes, if that's
Understood.
what you want to do, yeah.
So, Your Honor, the reason why I'm asking these questions was because I was told that previous members were getting stipends, advancements. And again, they asked us to do our due diligence, right? They ask us that we are the finance control. And no members that I know has done that before until previous information that was given. And they're saying, we have to do our due diligence, correct? And they talk about, that no one is above the law, no one is above, the process, no one is above the actions of the council as previously stated. And that being said, I would recommend that the corporate counsel please look into this matter because, again, it's part of our due diligence to make sure that no one supersedes the powers of what we have or what we have, in our charters, in our ordinance, in our process. And then also we should take a look into other processes of it coming on forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Open for any discussion. Alderwoman DeLernia? Alderwoman DeLernia.
Again, for corporate counsel, is there, could there possibly be any specific reason that this would have happened? Some kind of special circumstance?
Again, I don't know why it happened, so I will take a look into it and we can get that information.
Okay. So who would have been responsible for approving this?
I can only imagine that if it was done, because you guys are paid, your stipend is paid through payroll, that it had everything done from payroll is done through a PA, personal action form. So I can only imagine that it had to be done through that mechanism. But again, I would have to check because the council is typically on a personal action form. It's completed by the department for an employee, and the department head would sign off, and then it's sent to the various channels.
Okay, so Is there anybody from payroll or finance in the audience that could respond to that question?
Not payroll, I know.
HR? Would
HR, yes, Linda's here.
Linda, would you be able to respond to that at all?
Do you have a copy of the PA?
No, I have to, I'm just
Okay.
assuming it's a PA.
Okay.
I don't-
So could there be a special circumstance that might have,
There could be a special circumstance, yes.
okay. All right, and you weren't aware at the time?
I'm not sure what PA you're actually talking about. I don't have anything in front of me.
Okay. That's understood. But it is possible there's a special circumstance that could have
There may have
required
been.
that payment in advance.
There may have been.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Do you have any questions for Linda Gard? Okay. Alderman Simpson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Honestly, whoever can answer this one. This occurred in 2018.
Yes.
Do we remember what the council stipends were back then? Today they're sitting at 5, but I know there was a change some number of years ago.
Was it 35? It could have possibly been 3,500.
Okay. And how much were these payments for?
The advance payment was
Yeah.
for $2,625.
Is there a world where that is just a payment made because of a previous delay? As in, like, if there's a delay occurring, they use this personal action form, and then that would constitute maybe 2 paychecks in one? Or
I mean,
is this
typically-
just straight up an early payment?
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Sorry.
interrupt you.
No, no, go ahead.
Typically, when you're just paying your normal salary or paycheck, there's not a PA needed. So if this says there was a pay advance, so it seems like it was not a normal payroll. It was a request for money ahead of time.
Got you. Okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Simpson. Anyone else? Alderwoman Vargas.
Is there any anything written requesting this at all?
Again, I have to look into that. I mean, I was just speculating because I don't know, but if I have to take a look.
Were the auditors made aware at all of this? Have any
No, the
picked up
auditors
on that?
typically, I don't know if they look at all PAs. I mean, we can certainly ask finance that question, but I don't know, like auditors, different times, different years look at different functions, so I'm not sure if they looked at that.
Do you know if the city right now has any clear policies regarding advancements, so this doesn't happen again?
I don't think there's any written policy on advancements. They don't do advancements. I mean, you don't really.
So we don't know why this was done still?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Anyone else? Alderwoman Delarnia.
So you're saying there's no policy against a pay advance? There's
Well,
nothing written?
There's no written policy, but it's not done. It's not standard
It's just
practice.
hearsay? It's just hearsay?
Well, it's not standard practice, but there's nothing,
But if there's no written policy,
well, I mean, yeah, there's no written policy, but it's not standard practice for
but I
this to
think you're
happen.
making an issue of something that
Yeah, that's
could have
not-
been allowed.
Could have been a what?
Could have been allowed.
Well, it was.
There's no written policy. There
finance
could have
is
been a
saying-
special circumstance, so why are we even discussing it?
Because finance is saying pay advances are not available.
But there's
to
no
any-
written policy on that.
They're saying that it's not allowed, but there is no written policy that specifically states that.
Thank you.
They're saying it's not allowed.
Thank you.
Alderman Santiago.
So this advancements, it's saying that I would be working to pay it back, basically, right?
Right, so
for
you're
instance-
getting the money in advance and then you're gonna be
Right.
working over the course of the next.
So, that being said, if you, say for instance, I got ill, can't do your duties, you had an accident, or anything that you couldn't persist to work serve the city if that's the case, how is he supposed to pay that back? If the city is he's asking for advancement for the city to give me this advancement, I'll promise I'll be back, I'll be working.
I think that's why it's typically not done.
Correct.
Because you get paid for, the way it works is you get paid for the hours that you put in.
Right, it's
And
not-
it's just not a good practice to
Correct,
start.
you're not getting paid, it's not prepaid, it's actually after you do your duties that you get paid.
Correct. So you can ask for an advancement, and not as an alderman, but as an employee, and then you could quit the next week.
Correct, again, that's,
And you already got the money, so.
now we're lost
Exactly,
out
and
of.
then we're gonna have to chase that person for the repayment of those amounts.
Correct,
Yes,
thank you.
you're welcome.
Alderman Malinowski?
Thank you, Your Honor. The first term I was elected, there was an alderman that did not show up for the last several months of his term. Do we know if he got paid for his entire term?
I don't know who you're referring to, so I can't possibly answer that question.
It was Alderman Angel Segarra.
Okay, I'd have to take a look.
Okay. And were any payments made in excess of the stipend? Was there extra money put in any checks or anything?
For who?
For Alderman Smedley, excuse me.
Oh, no, this was just an advance for the, 1 month advance, then there was an advance of 4 months and an advance of 7 months.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderwoman Luz Luna?
Thank you, Your Honor. So it might be a question for Linda Guard. How many employees do we have in the city of New Britain? Approximately?
Approximately 640.
Okay, so then what would happen if even half, 250, would show up at your office and ask for a pay advancement? Would that typically go through?
No.
No, okay. And it doesn't matter if it was done in 2018, 2014, 2023. The point is that it's not regular practice or normal practice, correct?
Correct.
And again, if we allow it for one person, then we should allow it for everyone, right? And that'll be a burden, financial burden to the city if we were to pay everyone in advance, right? Especially Public Works, I'm sure they work hard, they get injured, and then here they get a pay in advance, and then who loses? The city. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Alderman McNamara?
I'd just like to give the COO, Ms. Guard, an opportunity to give a complete report on the questions that have been asked for clarification, because I think they're being put on the spot tonight without being able to look back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alderwoman Scott?
I think I'm kind of piggybacking off of the alderman. I think what I'm understanding, and just correct me if I'm wrong, that we basically need more information about this. And that is why, because I heard someone say that, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? We just need to get more information about this, and that's why we're doing this, because it's not typical practice, and it's important to have transparency and find out more information about this. So that's why. So thank you.
Alderwoman Delernia?
I just think that if there's not a written policy, that's something we should look into doing.
That's what we will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other? Alderman Porero?
I just wanted to clarify, there was an advancement of 1 month, and then following an advancement of 4 months, and then following an advancement of 7 months.
Correct.
So
All
a
paid
year,
at once.
a year
right.
total of advancements.
Yeah, well, almost 11 months, right?
11 months.
If I'm doing my math correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alderman Gibson.
Yes, through you, Your Honor. Just have a question. Is there a process? Is there a process, even though it's not standard practice, but is there a process that someone can go and ask for a payment in advance?
Not to my understanding, no.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Okay, no other, Alderwoman Vargas.
A different way?
Yeah, because I'm still trying to understand it. So if there's not a process, how did this get authorized to begin with? Who wrote the check? How did the check get paid? How did it get issued?
Well, it had to be paid out of payroll, but the question is, what led payroll? Payroll's not just gonna do that without some documentation, so we need to take a look at that and what that documentation is.
Is there any other additional documentation if anybody else asked for such?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Alderman Barrero?
Sorry, I just wanted to clarify once again. I know it says a 1-month advancement, a 4-month advancement, and a 7-month advancement, but is there a clarification of how close those advancements were asked for? Was it within a month period? Was it within a 2-month period?
So it was paid in November, and the stipends are paid quarterly, so they're paid in September, December, March, and June. So it seems like the advance would have been for December, March, and June.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Alderwoman Barbosa.
Your Honor, call the question, please.
And seconded by Alderman Santiago. Okay.
This is just to
All-
accept the report.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Alderman McNamara for item number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's a motion to accept and adopt number 1. This is a authorization to correct errors in the motor vehicle list, abatements, overpayments by taxpayers on real estate and autos. This report is in the amount of $11,550.
I'm sorry.
We would still have to vote on the report itself.
Yes.
Let me withdraw my motion
Thank you.
temporarily.
Thank you, Alderman McNamara. So now on the item itself, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Now,
Your Honor.
Alderman McNamara.
Okay. Get my exercise, thank you. Again, thank you, Your Honor. This is a motion to accept and adopt number 1. This is a report from the revenue collector. Sorry? Oh, was there a second?
Yeah, Luz Luna.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Again, this is a report from the revenue collector. I see this says tax collector, so next time we can correct the title. But it is in order to approve $11,557 in refunds, overpayments that have been identified for reimbursement to taxpayers. And I, again, move adoption.
Okay. Any discussion on item 1? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Your Honor, I have a motion to reconsider.
Alderman Simpson?
Thank you. This motion is to reconsider item number 37071.
Second.
Thank you. This is seconded by Alderman Malinowski. I did not sponsor item number 37071 because the language in it was totally absent from my input before being published. I didn't have the chance to author any characters on this item until 2/3 of my eligible Republican colleagues offered an amendment. When their amendment unanimously passed, I made an assumption of good faith that my colleagues across the aisle would support a resolution they took the time to contribute to. While that did not happen as expected, I still voted in favor of this item. With the Rudd Caucus voting against it, they procedurally eliminated themselves to be eligible to reconsider this item. Meanwhile, according to the resolution that passed, I am the only member of my caucus who refused to formally bring charges.
Point of information,
Okay,
point of order.
Go for it.
Are you referring to the action at the special meeting?
Not the one that happened prior to this meeting, the one before that.
The February?
Yes, this is the
Okay,
one where.
that is not on the agenda, and typically when you move to reconsider, you have to have it on the agenda. So it is currently not on this agenda, and it's out of order in my.
So out of order is actually okay for motions to reconsider according to section 37(8)(c) of Robert's Rules of Order. So
Well,
I
you're not-
ask that you cite the language you say that says
You're
this
not,
is out of
you're
order.
talking about out of order as far as what? It's not on the agenda at all.
So a motion to reconsider is to reconsider an item previously voted on by somebody who voted yes for it. That would be me here.
Yes, and it's supposed to be on the agenda, and it is not on tonight's agenda. So I'm not saying that you can't make the motion, but the proper way to do it is notice it on the agenda. That's the way we do motions to reconsider, particularly when it's not at the same meeting. If it was at, if you let me just finish for a second, sorry.
Sure.
If it was at the same meeting, you could move to reconsider right after the vote or sometime after the vote, but you're talking about 2 meetings later, it should have been on the agenda.
So the motion to reconsider applies to the next regular meeting of the body. So special meetings are not actually included in there. Also, I'm just going to read the language here. 37(8)(c) states, it, being the motion to reconsider, can be made even when its consideration would not be in order, in which case it may be called up for consideration at a later time whose limits are longer than those for its making. Under those circumstances, action growing out of the vote proposed to be considered is temporarily suspended. That would be the special meeting held tomorrow. And given that we have heard,
So again, Your Honor, not to interrupt the Alderman, I don't think this motion is in order. It's not on the agenda as I stated, and I think we need to move on.
Thank you.
Okay, motion, we're going to move on.
No,
to the
there
next.
is a motion on the floor here. This is our only opportunity as a city to prevent the damage that was done. I promise you, this is
The
a move out of
motion
sincerity.
is not on the
It's fine that
floor.
it's out of order.
Point
By our rules that we all voted on, according to our standing rules, if it's not addressed by state law, the city charter, our ordinances, or our standing rules, this is the
Again,
default.
we out of order.
That's okay.
So I'm talking about not out of order on the agenda, I'm talking about this is entirely out of order. So I think we need to have the, Mr. Mayor, if you rule on it, we can move forward. That it's out of order.
Your Honor, I promise you, if this passes, if that goes forward, even if the meeting ends up canceled tomorrow, the resolution we passed does not bring charges against Alderman Smedley.
Again, this is not on the agenda, so we're going to move forward. And
this is disgusting. If we get sued and our kids still can't read, we've lost
or
every
the chair
excuse.
has
We care about
Counsel, you
public
are out
education
of order.
funding.
You are out of order, Alderman.
Good. Please remove me for being out of order.
You're out of order,
Then
Alderman.
let's remove them if that's the case.
I wish.
You can be removed from the chambers if you are out of order, Alderman Simpson.
I'm saying this council is out of
But
order
the
because
chair
we have
has
broken
made
the
a
law.
ruling,
You're out of order.
and you are to be seated. There's process here, and you have to follow the process.
I believe I am.
And I disagree. So the chair has ruled the motion out of order, so you should have a seat.
Are the opinions of Corporation Council binding or advisory?
We're going to continue to the next item, item number 1, which was,
Oh, we took care of number 1.
we took care of item number 1. So item number 2, Alderwoman Luz Ortiz.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 2.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Santiago.
This resolution is to authorize a purchase order to Snow White Outdoor Power Equipment of Southington, Connecticut in the amount of $17,843.29 for the purchase of one 2026 Toro Junior sprayer for the New Britain Public Works. This will be replacing a 24-year-old dry product broadcast spreader, and I urge adoption.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderman Santiago for item number 3.
Thank you. I'd make a motion to accept item number 3 and
Second.
refer. Let me finish.
Second.
Sorry, refer.
And refer to Committee of Administrative Finance and Law and Public Service.
Seconded by Alderwoman Luz Luna.
This is to revise section 1-15, 6-19, 7-14, 7-67, 11-6, and 13-2660 of the Code of Ordinance to provide increased penalties when citing a ticket for original purpose, animals, health, general purposes, animals, health, blight, and housing violation, and I urge adoption. Referral. Thank you.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderman Maldonado for item number 4.
Thank you, Your Honor. Through Your Honor, I make a motion to accept item number 4, referred to the Committee in Administration, Finance and Law, and Public Service to study establishing New Britain Municipal Identification Card Program. I copy you. Thank you.
Okay. Alderman Simpson for second.
This resolution direct a study on establishing a New Britain Municipal Identification Card Program to evaluate how we could expand safe access to city services, strengthen community trust and public safety, and support greater civic participation. Similar programs in other Connecticut cities have successfully increased access to services and civic engagement, providing valuable models to inform this study. Findings will be reported within 12 months, and any future program will require approval by the mayor and common council. I respectfully urge referral to the committee.
Any discussion? Alderwoman Scott?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm really happy that we're doing this, and I'm looking forward to the conversation on this issue. I've talked to people in New Haven and Hartford, and it really does seem people who work directly with constituents that are using this card, and it is really helpful. So I'm really looking forward to us following through with it here in New Britain. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman Scott. No one else? Okay. All those in favor to refer to committee, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderwoman Vargas for item number 5.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 5.
Second.
Second by Alderman Malinowski.
Thank you to His Honor and the Common Council, whereas in accordance with the City Code of Ordinance, a purchase order was issued for road salt by Public Works for the 2025-2026 winter season under the Capital Region Council of Governance, cooperative pricing. The Public Works Department is responsible for the removal of snow for city streets to minimize the hazards caused by slippery road conditions for motorists and emergency vehicles. The city is a member of the CRCOG and was included in their bid for the road salt needed during this past season, winter season. Morton Salt was the lowest bidder for road salt, which was CRCOG's 5th District. So on July 9, 2025, the New Britain City Council approved issuing a purchase order of $174,020 to Morton Salt for the purchase of 2,000 tons of treated road salt. And this past winter season has been significantly more severe than recent years. And the total snowfall to date, along with the number of storm events requiring activation of public works, has far exceeded the 5-year average used for budgeting purposes. And I urge adoption.
Is there any discussion? Alderwoman Scott?
Yeah, I just want to say I stand in support of this resolution. I'm really happy that we're following through and we're being proactive. We had a really rough winter, so thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Any other, Alderwoman Luz Luna?
Thank you, Your Honor. I definitely support this resolution, especially living on top of Francis Street, which is, I live in a very hilly area. And my road on Jackson Street needs to, we definitely need more salt, probably more than others. But I just want to take a minute and thank Mark Moriarty and your team. I know it's not easy putting those extra hours, keeping our roads safe for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderwoman. We do have a good team. Any other discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Alderwoman Luz Luna. We adjourn at 9 p.m.